experience we got your life as an orc. Warhammer 40k. Now y'all know, man. Listen, I don't like the orcs. The orcs, bro, they're the opposition. They're the ops. Okay, they gets no props from me. I'm never gonna like them ever. But I know y'all like them, so let's get to it.
So that's you. You spawn from a spore in some random mud pit on Arm Shatter 4. One of those backwater death rocks the
Bro, look at this. Like, look at this sheer luck. Like, I don't believe in luck, but like, bro, look at this sheer luck, bro. This is... Come on, yo.
Forgot to finish exterminating. No mom, no dad, no emotional baggage. Just mud and an overwhelming urge to commit violence. They say you were built by ancient lizard gods. That part's real. Back when the galaxy was still figuring itself out, the old ones made a weapon. Not smart, not pretty, just loud. A weapon to fight a war they were losing.
For what? For what? They serve no purpose.
That weapon became orcs. You're not their first draft. You're what happens when a genetically engineered war machine devolves over a few million years and still works. And that brings us to your birth. Well, not birth, since orcs don't really do that. You just grow. Somewhere underground, your spores took root, you absorbed dirt, vibes, probably some screaming. Then
look at him. He coming out the ground like Frankenstein, bro. You see him? Do y'all see him? Bro, he popped his hand through the dirt like Frankenstein, yo. Like,
pop, you're on your feet. Fully grown, no tutorial. You can't spell, but you can reload a gun using a nail, a wish, and spit. You can't count past red, but you know exactly where to hit someone to make the squishy bit scream. You come out fists ready, hungry, and the first thing you see, a squig. Squigs are angry meatballs with teeth. Sometimes food, sometimes ammo, sometimes pets. Today, it's breakfast. Orcs are instinctual creatures. Some things are actually wired in their DNA, like how you already know what a shooter is, and you also already know what a choppa does. Right now around you, it's chaos. Some green maniac's pile driving a squig. Another orc's yelling at a pile of scrap as he works on—
Look at the teeth, yo. Look at the teeth, yo. Look at the teeth. Boy, these teeth. Yo, come on, bro. Black and yellow, black and yellow. Like, these teeth are they don't even know what baking soda is. They could use baking soda to clean their...
Welding them until they turn into a cannon. That's a mech. Orc engineer. But unlike us, they actually have job security. Also, mechs don't tinker. They also channel their ancestors. Somewhere deep in their squishy fungal guts, they already know how to build a death machine from scrap and pure faith.
Bro, like it's Minecraft, or like it's or like he's Steve from Smash Bros. Whenever like Steve can like keep building and like build like the ultimate like diamond little pickaxe, like bro,
a weird blaze vibrating and glowing. That's a psychic, kind of. He uses
look at this build
brain to make either the enemy or us explode. It's a coin flip each time. Then there's grots, tiny goblin-shaped orcs.
Bro, he digging for yo, he must be digging for a time capsule. Like,
much
what?
Fear and not enough importance. They run errands, scream, and get sat on. Below them are the snotlings, basically fungus-hurting, bite-sized accidents. Together, they make up the lowest rungs of the orc ladder. Ammo, bait, or unpaid interns, depending on the day. But your exploration is cut short when someone just clocks you in the face and suddenly your teeth are trying to leave your skull through the side of your face. And something in your brain clicks. Like, oh, so this
discombobulated.
This is how we do things. No time to ask questions, no one to explain the rules, because there are no rules. You just swing back, and something in you lights up, because this feels right, not because you hate the guy, but because that's the only way to survive. You fight, or you die. Simple as that. Maybe—
Hey, you know what? Hey, man, I said I wouldn't give these guys no props, but I gotta give them props right here, y'all. It's survival of the fittest, because if I don't put my hands up, it give him the and give him the KSI treatment, bro, then how am I gonna like, bro? He gonna take me out. I gotta put my hands up. I gotta fight.
Was the adrenaline, but you were locked in for that fight, so the other guy didn't stand a chance anyways. You were the only one left standing, so you assume you won. That and the mob cheering as the guy is carried away by his clansmen. You're not just a fresh spawn anymore, you're a boy now, which is Orc 4, welcome to the bottom of the ladder, but not bad for your first day. But you face a new problem most protagonists don't. There's no training arc. Horrible, I know. No wise master, no wax off, wax on until you connect the dots in a big epic fight. No here's how you shoot montage. You learn the way orcs have always learned, by being hit with something bigger until you hit back harder. Some knob, that's an orc ranked above boy, cracks you in the jaw and shoves you in the mud. Now you understand tactics.
YouTube, this right here, YouTube, this is fruit punch. YouTube, this is fruit punch. As a matter of fact, YouTube, if I'm mistaken, this is Hawaiian punch. This is Hawaiian punch. I don't know if you noticed, like, YouTube, I know, like, a lot of people over at YouTube be having, like, glasses of wine for breakfast and stuff like that. You know, y'all pockets real deep. I know, you know, because y'all pay the boy out. But, like, yo, like, YouTube, like, you know, I just want to let y'all know that this is Hawaiian punch. You know, so what had happened was, bro fell, and when he fell, he opened his mouth, and his mouth was full of Hawaiian punch. That's what happened. YouTube, you know, you understand, right?
Not military tactics, just move when he moves.
Look at his look at his set of teeth. Look at his teeth. His teeth is so yellow.
Don't get in the way of the axe. And you'll learn fast. I mean, it takes a few hits because, like the others, you're not the sharpest tool in the shed. Red paint makes stuff go even faster because you believe it does. A shooter will fire even when it's jammed because your fingers said so. You survive by actually manifesting your own success into reality.
And this is where, okay, so this is where, let me pause this real quick. We're not going to take too long with this video, but let me just pause this. This whole manifesting yourself and all that, right? Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with, like, manifesting or whatever, right? Well, manifestation is in the Bible. So I'm not even like a big, like, no, like not in the way of, like, when I say, like, manifesting's in the Bible, not like, oh, if I just, you know, like, not like crystals and stuff, right? That's what I'm talking about. Not like manifesting crystals and all that, or manifesting money and whatever. No, I'm talking about like manifestation in a way of, like, you know, with prayer and, like, and faith and God and stuff like that, right? That's like manifesting that way. That's not a bad manifestation, bro. I never do that. Like, I used to do it, but not no more. Like, bro, like the whole manifestation thing with the, oh, if I just have a bunch of, like, you know, a bunch of stuff around my room about this and stuff like that. Usually, like, if you have a dream about something, right? Like, I'm gonna get real quick. Like, let's get real. All that whole manifesting thing about, oh, because there's nothing wrong with, like, having goals or dreams or something like that. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. But whenever you put those things above God, that's when it could be a bad thing, because at that point you're making those things idols of your life. You get what I'm saying? I just wanted to be real quick, because, you know I joke around a lot, but let me be serious, because I used to do that. I used to, like, you know, so, like, you know, catch myself so-called manifesting stuff. I used to have, like, pictures of, like, of goals, pictures of, like, dream cars and everything that I wanted. And, you know, wanting the dream car is not a bad thing, but whenever you put that thing over God, that's when it can become bad, because it's an idol in your life. You get what I'm saying? So, and the only idol in your life should be Jesus Christ. That should be the only idol in your life. Everything else should be underneath him, you know. And if you follow Jesus, you know, if you follow God, then, you know, God can be able to, like, you know, give you some of these things. Not saying that you should treat him like a genie, but at the same time, you should try to look for a relationship with God first, and then a lot of those things. But then, like, once you, like, look for a relationship with God first, you kind of I don't want to say that you don't want those things, but, like, those things seem way less important than, like, how you valued them probably like a year before you start following God. You get what I'm saying? Because that happened to me. Like, before, I used to, like, bro, my dream car to this day is a Corvette, but, like, I can, you know, if I die, God forbid, but if I die, whatever, before I get a Corvette, I'll be good, bro. My conscience will be good. I'm not gonna be in the grave like kicking and screaming that I didn't get a Corvette before I died. Like it's okay. I've come to terms that if I get this dream car, amazing, great. I thank God for it. But if I don't get it, it's okay. You get what I'm saying? So, but like the whole like manifesting nowadays is like, oh well, all you gotta do is just put that, just keep going for that thing, put that thing over everything in your life. No, that's a horrible way to go after it. Ask God for it, really have a relationship with God. Ask God for it, see what he says about it. And maybe it's just not your time right now, but I didn't want to get all serious or whatever. But yo, this whole orcs manifestation thing pisses me off. This is the definition of plot armor at its finest. What do you mean what do you mean he can have a gun, but if he doesn't have any bullets, whatever, he can just imagine himself having bullets and the bullets would disappear? That is the most plot armor thing of all time, bro. Is it not? Is it not, bro?
Which helps you get roped into fighting internal fights. Yeah, orcs don't only fight other races, they fight each other too. Since you're clanless right now, you don't get free meals, you have to fight for them. You don't get issued weapons, you have to fight and get yourself that too. Nobody explains anything, you just adapt. Sometimes grots try to steal your ammo. Sometimes a weird boy explodes. You stop reacting, you start pushing forward. Because you're not just trying to survive anymore, you have your eyes set on bigger things in life. And one day, a knob, the kind who used to shove you into the mud for standing wrong, backs off when you raise your weapon. That was the moment everything changed. You're not one of the background boys anymore. You're starting to stand out. And when that happens, the others start looking at you like they're trying to figure out what kind of orc you are. Because once you're strong enough to matter, the mob needs to sort you. That's where clans come in. It's not a squad or a social group, it's a combat pattern, a role. You don't choose one, orcs just start acting a certain way and the rest of the mob treats them accordingly. If you charge head first, you're leaning Goth. If you keep stealing things and painting them blue, you're clearly Death Skull. Clans keep the Waaagh organized. That's the point. Because once enough orcs pile together, the fighting stops being random and starts heading somewhere. That's the Waaagh. Here's how it works. When enough orcs gather in one place, fighting, building, yelling, their belief starts affecting reality. Guns fire when they shouldn't, scrap vehicles fly, tech works better. That effect is called the Waaagh field. And the more orcs gather, the more that energy grows. Once it hits a threshold, the mob launches into space and starts invading planets.
See, and this is what I'm saying. They're cheating. They're cheating. My throat. Sorry, y'all. They're cheating, yo. How can they do that?
There's no plan, just a direction and a lot of weapons. That's the Waaagh. It's a full-scale invasion instinct. Orcs don't think about it, they just start falling into it. The Waaagh means war. Real war. Off-world war. The kind where cruisers get built, mobs get sorted, and entire planets get stopped. Orcs were made to conquer, the Waaagh is just how we start doing it. Which is why everyone's picking up speed. Goths are smashing things louder, evil sons are wielding more boosters onto their rides, bad moons are buying bigger guns.
Now, hold up, y'all, hold up. Now, I did say that I don't respect the orcs, y'all. The bad moons, I mess with them. I think, shout out to Crack Duck. He made a video about the orcs or whatever, and I did say that I did like the bad moons. I think it was because, like, they had, like, the money or whatever, and they was really dripped out. The bad moons, bro, they get my respect fully. Shout out to the bad moons, bro. Seriously.
Fast-growing teeth. Death Skulls
Shout
are
out to them.
finding gear that already had owners. Snake bites are still throwing rocks and calling it holy. Blood axes are making maps. Nobody asked for maps. Freebooters are already arguing over loot rights before the wars even start.
Look at them.
The mechs say you'll hit Cragmore 9 first. Some mining planet too slow to evacuate. Good loot, plenty of meat. You start to fall into rhythm too. You've been charging more, getting more aggressive, not waiting for orders. Other Goths start tagging along. You're becoming something they recognize. The current Goth knob notices. He sees your mob getting bigger, louder. You're acting like him, so one of you has to go. You don't...
Hey, you know what? One thing I respect about the orcs, man. Oh my god, I'm actually respecting them. One thing that I actually respect about the orcs, bro, they gonna throw down. They gonna throw down, bro. Yo, he was like, yo, bro, you attracting the girls too much, bro. All of a sudden, my girl, she looking at you. I gotta take you out. Yeah, I gotta take you out. any means necessary.
Oh, wait, you
I
challenge.
got to get
The
rid
fight
of
doesn't last long. You hit harder. He doesn't get back up. The boys drag him away. They hand you a red faceplate. Congratulations! You're the new knob now! That's how leadership works here. One hit, and you get upgraded
One
to
hitter
background noise
quitter.
guy with responsibilities. You didn't give orders, you just want to fight. But now orcs are looking at you like you have a plan. And yeah, you wanted to be the big boss, but you didn't think it was gonna happen.
Wanted to be big. Yo, he wanted to be the big boss, but he didn't have the brain of a big boss. Nasty work, ain't it? Silly fool. It's so crazy because he's so much of a what's it called, y'all? Macho man. Yo, he's so strong, he's so whatever, but that brain ain't strong. Stupid. It's so crazy because, bro, if I was in Warhammer, bro, I would easily beat somebody like this, bro, just by using my noodle.
Happened so quick. Well, this isn't a 12-episode series. There's only so much we can cover in a 13-minute video. Anyways, you don't have a plan, but not one to disappoint the people you point forward anyway. And the mob accepts it. That's when things start getting weird. Your truck, which barely functioned this morning, is now somehow hovering. Guns that jammed before, firing clean. Some orc duct taped a squig to a missile and said it was a guided now. You realize what's happening. The Waaagh field is kicking in. Not fully, but enough that things are starting to work. And you make the mistake of thinking maybe, just maybe, it's working because of you. That's when the sky gets blocked out. And then the cruiser hits the ground like it's trying to kill the planet. No warnings, no orbit, just impact. Your truck tips over, a squig goes airborne, a weird boy starts screaming in 3 directions at once. You already know who it is. You don't need to see the colors or the glyphs or the front ramp dropping like a guillotine.
Oh,
You've heard the name since you popped out of the dirt. Goskell Mag Uruk Thraka, the war boss who hit Armageddon twice.
Y'all, even I know who this is. I didn't know his name like that, but I knew. Even the way they talk pisses me off. I'm sorry.
Came back looking for third.
I'm sorry. Even the way they talk irritates me, yo.
Or a weapon, or the reason our planet's gone now. The loudest voice in the galaxy, and it still sounds like your idea. He steps off the ramp, power claw spinning slow, armor fused to skin, face stitched together by pain and victory and not much else. Banner taller than most buildings. He doesn't talk. He doesn't need to. The mob falls silent, not out of fear. Orcs don't do fear, out of recognition. You've been a knob for about 20 minutes. You've got a few boys, a half-working truck, and a plan that mostly involved pointing at things and yelling. So yeah, you do the stupid thing. You charge him. You think, for 1 second, that maybe it'll make a statement. That maybe hitting first counts for something. You get one swing in, he doesn't swing back. He just hits you once. Person with momentum. You wake up on the ground, no cheers, no reaction, nobody waiting to help you up. Your mom's already following him, and after...
Hey, bro. Oh my goodness.
So are you. The other orcs load you onto the cruiser as Goskell sets his sight on your first destination planet, Cragmore 9. And the mob follows. You wake up in a pile of scrap inside a cruiser that smells like oil, fungus, and victory. You're not sure how long it's been since Goskell dropped you. A few hours, a few days, long enough that your jaw works again, and your name stopped meaning anything. You sit up, no one notices, no one cares. The boys are busy. This isn't a random raid anymore, it's a crusade. The cruiser's packed with mobs from a dozen worlds, shooters, choppers, squigs, and mechs trying to
shooters,
more
choppers,
things that already have too many rockets. You hear chanting, not cheers, chanting. The name on every tongue is Goskell. And not just as a boss, they're calling him the Prophet. Apparently he had a vision from the gods, and in that vision he saw Terra, the heart of the Imperium, the throne world, seat of the Emperor. And he decided the Waaagh should go there. No plan, no target list, just a vision and a direction. Because to Goskell, this isn't just war, it's holy. You start hearing the names Gork and Mork, the orc gods. One's brutal but cunning, the other's cunning but brutal.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let it go.
Which is probably the same thing.
I'm gonna let it go.
Nobody wants to get exploded for saying that out loud. Orcs don't worship with temples. They don't kneel, they fight. Every punch is a prayer. Every kill is a sign of faith. So when Goskell says he hears the gods, that's all the boys need. And suddenly, the Waaagh isn't just noise, it's divine. You're not just invading a planet, you're part of a god-ordained galaxy-shattering headbutt aimed at the strongest fortress mankind's ever built. Someone walks by and hands you a glyph-painted slugga like it's ceremonial. You don't ask questions, because right now, belief is ammo. The cruiser rattles, and then the hole opens up. We had already flattened Cragmore 9, looted Vandus Reach, and turned Hive Sulth into a bonfire. Now we're headed for the big one, Terra. Golden towers, defense platforms, orbital guns are already lighting up the sky. You're not here for loot, you're here because a god told someone to point you at the biggest fight in the galaxy and pull the trigger. You hit the dirt running, Terra's already on fire, Imperial Guard trench lines to your left, Titans on the horizon, orbital guns lighting up the clouds. You're not sure if the tank was moving before you landed or if you landed on it. You've been in a lot of fights, but this one feels different, like the galaxy's final boss room. So you do the only thing that makes sense. You look for something big, and then you see him. Gold armor, giant blade, surrounded by bodies. Standing perfectly still, because no one was about to approach him when he looked like this. You don't know who he is, he doesn't say anything, he doesn't move. Loki feels like he's side-eyeing you, so you make the first move. You charge, you swing, he does neither. He just shifts his weight and you stop being a problem. You don't remember the hit, just the impact.
Yo. Give it up, bro. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up, bro. He just used you as an ore farm clip. He just ore farmed you. Bro, you're defeated. Just give it up.
Where the sky got real close, real fast.
Look how he fly through the air.
Game, no last stand, no cinematic finish, no passing on the final will. Just splat.
Split. That's all you are.
But orcs don't do endings. Your body breaks down, spores sink into the dirt, time passes, 6 weeks later, pop, new orc, same fists, same rage, same volume. You don't remember anything, but you're already screaming, Waaagh!
Get out of my damn ear. Shot the game guy MP4, man, for the video. Thank y'all so much for enjoying my videos, man. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate the love, man. Thank y'all so much again. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. I'm going to see y'all later. Fix on them out. Peace out, everybody.